Shalom, this is a new Yeshua Mizrahi Hebrew on the island too. Today's video is called Using Your Back as the Ground is a Choice Now. Come with me to Isaiah chapter 51. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 23. This is what it says. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over. See, the cause of our people's history of using our backs as the ground, as the streets for these demonic heathens started when we told the Most High in front of Moses at Mount Sinai when we said we will do. Now let me remind you, let me jar your memory a little bit biblically. Come with me to Exodus chapter 19 verses 3 to 8. Exodus 19 verses 3 to 8. This is how it reads. And Moses went up unto Elohim, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Most High commanded him. And all the people answered together. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Most High hath spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words unto the people, unto the Most High. See, being rebellious as witches and warlocks and super stiff-necked has turned our backs and our spines to be the walking pavement of all these despicable heathen Gentiles. We have been made the laughing stock of the world. We're the most despised and ridiculed people group on the flat earth. We're classified as the scum of the earth, lower than low in these devils' eyes. And we know that these devils, these heathens, are only slaves running loose, running amok upon the earth. We today in 2019 were not there when Moses instructed our foreparents what was expected from us, but he certainly included us, physical Israelites, which are only the Negroes' father people today, that suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26, and Daniel chapter 9. This is what he said. Come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 14 to 19. Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 14 and 19. This is how it reads. But both with those who are standing here with us this day before the Most High our Elohim, and with those who are not, that's us, those that are not standing with us here this day, well, you know that we dwelt in the land of Egypt, and that we passed through the midst of various other nations. And you have seen the detestable things and the fetishes of the wood and stone, silver and gold that they kept. Perchance there is among you, Israelite, some man, woman, some clan, some tribe, whose heart is even now turning away from the Most High, or Elohim, to go and worship the gods of those nations. Perchance there is among you a stock sprouting poison weed and wormwood. When such a one hears the word of these sanctions, he may fancy himself immune, thinking, I shall be safe, though I follow my willful heart, to the utter ruin of moist and dry alike. The Most High will never forgive him. Rather, the Most High anger and passion rage against that man till every sanction recorded in this book comes down upon him, and the Most High blots out his name from under heaven. As you can see, Negro, aka physical Israelite, he was not playing with our foreparents, and he's certainly not playing around with us today. He's extremely serious. Tell me, Israelite, has your back been hurting for most of your life? Tell me. Mine has been hurting me with only little breaks and downtime here and there. The Deuteronomy curses are real and have been in full effect since the time of our rebellious foreparents. For the most part, turn their back to our Creator, to our power, to our Savior, to our Redeemer. The Most High wasn't playing. Daniel reminds us to the extreme level of serious playtime that the Most High would apply to our backs and our backsides. Come with me to Daniel chapter 9, verses 10. Come with me to Daniel chapter 9, verse 10. And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem, Israel, is a people before a place. This evil that has been done to us for our continual violation of our covenant agreement with the Most High set in motion the first steps of those dirty, stinking, demonic feet to begin to walk and tread upon our backs, pushing us down to the lowest point in our present world system, making us the tail and not the head, which is our rightful divine heavenly position that the Most High gave us in the earth as the judges, the kings, the priests, the servants, the witnesses, the small gods, unto all the heathen Gentile nations on the flat earth. We are not in our true earth position because as a group we still have fallen short, missing the Most High's covenantal mark. But since the scriptures say in Ezekiel that Job, Noah, and Daniel, that's in Ezekiel chapter 14, but since the scriptures say in Ezekiel that Job, Noah, and Daniel had to save themselves by their own righteousness, we too today as individual Israelites can take back ground in our own personal lives. Did you know that? When you choose to strive and to do as the Most High has commanded us to do, to walk on the old path, which is to meditate on his law day and night, not to turn to the left or the right, and then we will be able to throw those damn demon heathen Gentiles off our backs, prevent them from using our backs as the ground, as in Isaiah. Because as a man thinks, so is he. That is powerful mind, food, and fuel. When you know who you are, when you know what has been decreed, when you commit to truly and wholeheartedly worshiping and serving the Most High alone, and acknowledging your true biblical heritage as the only true biblical Israelites, which are the Negroes, and your biblical title and God-given position of rulership, your back will be no longer a safe place for the demonic heathen people to walk on. Their footing will be no more steady but shaky like an earthquake to them. The power of how you perceive yourself in your biblical action of being a lawkeeper combined will be too much for them to handle. They will seek more comfortable places, more comfortable backs to walk on. The Israelites that persist to live contrary to the laws of the Most High and desire most of all to assimilate and to be as the heathen nations and adopt all their ways will be the backs of their choosing. Those types of Israelites will always be the tail and not the head. Come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 30. Come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verses 1. I'm going to read a few verses in Deuteronomy chapter 30. When all these things befall you, the blessings and the curses that I have set before you, and you take them to heart amidst the various nations to whom the Most High, your Elohim, have banished you, aka America and Europe, and you return to the Most High, your Elohim, and you and your children heed his commands with all your hearts and souls, just I enjoin you this day, when the Most High, your Elohim, will restore your fortune and take you back in love. See, this is why I'm telling you, you have a remedy, a way to get these damn heathens off your back, as using your back as the ground. This is your solution as an individual Israelite, to throw those damn pagan heathens off your back. Remember, you are above them, and treat them like that and think of them like that always. You are above these beasts of the field. You are made to rule over them forever. Yes, you are way better than them all. They will never be equal to you, never. They will not be able to stand on your back or walk on your back, having a biblical narrative and mind frame as only the true kings, judges upon the earth, which is decreed in the Holy Scriptures. Live your biblical heritage out daily in your life. That's what I try to do every day. When I look at heathens, when I'm in the mall, in the store, I'm down the street, at the school, at your school or wherever, I look at them as like, yo, you're not equal to me. Get off my back. Now kick those demon, beast, heathen, pagan Gentiles off your back now. You are made better than them, and to be above them and to rule over them. Even though we will not experience our full power and control over these beasts totally right now, but it's coming. Just hold on, Hebrew. The end of their world system is winding down to a close, like the Egyptian Empire, like the Roman Empire, like the Greek Empire. Remember, Israelite, aka Negro, it's now only a choice to continue to allow them to fully use your back as the ground. You have the remedy to make it, to change it, to throw them off. Hopefully this was edifying. This is a new Yeshurim Israel at Hebrew on the Island too. Until next time, get the niggers off your back.